Hello, WCIers. With a short week here with Easter coming up, we won't have our usual all hands memo going out on Friday, but I did want to share a message with you this week. The first message I wanted to share was just a happy Easter from our family to your family. Maybe it's a little premature on this Holy Thursday, but I have confidence that you'll have a great celebration on Easter Sunday. The second thing I wanted to share was I wanted to share a little bit about the business areas that we have here at World Class. We have a number of new WCIers, and so this is a good refresher in terms of the businesses that we're involved in. So this is a critical part of our Vision Traction Organizer, a term that hopefully is familiar with those that have been here a while. I think this is also a good refresher for those that have been here for a while, because we've been tweaking some of the positioning language or the marketing language that we're using in terms of talking about ourselves. And so the overarching purpose of World Class is we're here to simplify supply chains. We do that in three different offerings to customers. Starting on the left-hand side of this slide as a supply chain integrator. You'll also hear this called our consolidation business. In this business, we're using technology to reduce transaction costs. And so we're procuring parts, we're improving delivery, and we're making it easier for the commercial side or the payment both to the supplier and from the customer to happen. I think of this group as primarily made up of a couple of different types of parts. One are our legacy parts, so these are parts that are no longer part of John Deere's strategy or Caterpillar's strategy or other OEMs' strategy, but they still need to supply them. I've shown a picture there of an umbrella or a canopy that's going over a tractor that's 60, 70 years old. Still something that you're going to see as you see a tractorcade possibly go through your region or area of the country. But John Deere is a long way from supplying those on production vehicles. The other category that we tend to supply a lot in this business is catalog parts. And so what you're looking there, that red hammer is a glass hammer that would go on most all vehicles, and it would be a way if the person in that vehicle needed to get out, they could break the glass and escape that way. So that's an example of a part that Deere, Cat, or other OEMs aren't spending a lot of time designing, but it is a critical part. It is one that they need to procure, and so those are some of the types of parts that we're involved in supplying in that part of our business. In the middle, you'll see our assembly and manufacturing services. This is an area that we've been spending a lot of time talking about and growing the last several years. And in this part of our business, we think about ourselves in terms of supplying modules or collections of parts that are put together that can easily be put on a vehicle. I always think one of the most visual parts of this is the hood assemblies that we do in our Des Moines location. So we're buying a bill of materials of 60, 70 parts. We're using fixtures that we've developed and technology that we've developed in-house, putting those together, delivering those direct to our customers' line in the John Deere Des Moines works. Another portion or another part of this business is our kits. So these take a number of different forms, and I think the difference here is a kit would not necessarily be putting the parts together using fasteners or adhesives or something of this nature. And so in our Cedar Falls location, we put a number of different components together in our clean room and get those ready for use at the engine works. We also do a lot of kitting in our Des Moines location, as well as a number of the other locations in terms of putting collections of parts together to both save our customers' time and also our customers' time as they either put those on a vehicle that's currently in service or a vehicle that will be shipping at the end of a production line or something like that. And then to the far right, you've heard us maybe call this a number of different things, but maybe most recently the middle market business. We're thinking about this in terms of language that would be more universal the market that we're going after, and so we're thinking about positioning language, calling that our end-to-end solutions business. And this is comprised of really two customers. One, Ambec, in our Crystal Lake location. So we're buying a collection of parts, putting those together, and then sending them to Ambec's customers for installation on planters. And for Ambec, it's a way that they can sell more insecticide to those customers, and they do that by providing this smart box solution that makes that insecticide go into the row that's getting planted in a very seamless way. And then the other part of that business is our Cutsforth business, and you can see there a couple examples of the products that we put together here in our Hiawatha location. So that is really the three areas or products that we think about as we manage world-class industries. Again, these are all products that we think help our customers simplify their supply chain. We do that in these three areas. These are three benefits that those customers see along the bottom by improving their productivity. So if a customer is buying a module or a group of parts, that's going to improve their productivity either in their dealerships or in their factory, on their factory floors. We think part of the equation is reducing inventory. So typically in all these cases, we're taking out inventory that would otherwise be stored at our customer locations and providing that inventory in our locations. And then just reducing the complexity. So it's always easier to buy one part or deal with fewer suppliers than it is to deal with many parts or many suppliers. And so that's a little bit of an overview of what we do here at World Class. Hopefully that's helpful both to new employees joining us for the first time in the last 90 days, or those employees that have been with us for decades. So hopefully that's helpful. Please enjoy your day off on Friday and your Easter Sunday with your family.